If you ever had ogbono and okra soup, then you will know this recipe is a banger. And if you have not, I tell you, you are missing a lot. Ogbono, okra, and uziza leaf with a dash of iru. As an Edo girl raised in a Yoruba land, this is the best way I know to enjoy ogbono and okra soup. And of course, I will not leave my iru out of it. Hence, let's go. Let me walk you through this amazing recipe. I know you've never heard of it before, and if you have, comment below and I will definitely give you a thumbs up for that. I'll be using ugu, iru, uziza, okra, and fresh fish, dry fish, pomo, and ogbono, the star ingredients of this meal. First, you want to go ahead and wash and boil your fresh meat or cow leg, whichever you'll be using for this meal. Spice it properly using your curry, your mango cubes, onion, thyme, and if you like ginger, you can go ahead and include it. There's no restriction on how you spice your meat. Make sure your meat is properly cooked and done. You can check it with your fork. I prefer to check mine with your fork because I'm not one to pick things and put in my mouth while cooking. I prefer to use my hand. After cleaning every of your ingredients, you want to go ahead and put all of them in a pot. Now when your meat is ready, separate the meat from the stock. Then put your fish, your pomo, your dried fish, and every little thing or protein that you've decided to use for your soup. Put them into the pot with the stock aside. Put a little water, spice after which you go ahead and spice with pepper, maggi, crayfish, whatever spice you want to use at this point, or any of your African spice. You can even use the legendary okro, and then of course you can wash your iru and put your iru at this point. I like to pour my oil in early so that it can boil and get rid of any offensive smell from oil at all. I don't like it appearing in my soup. And when you are done with that, you want to go ahead and give that a very good stir, and then you cover and allow to boil for some minutes. After boiling and you are certain that your fish is almost done and no longer fresh and it has steamed properly, you go ahead and then you measure your ogbono. In this case, I use 2 cooking spoons of ogbono, grounded ogbono seed, and I put it into my pot. I stirred that. At this point, I no longer cover my pot because you know the native believe that when you cover the pot of ogbono, it will no longer drop. So of course I didn't cover my pot again and I allowed it to steam. I just stir at this point to prevent any lump. You want to stir properly after putting your ogbono because you don't want lumps in your soup. When you are done stirring and you know this thing has cooked properly, next you want to go in with your okra. Allow that to cook for a few minutes, and then you go in with the uziza and ugu. Cook that for a few minutes and voila, your okra soup is ready. When you salmon this thing with correct eba, semo, pounded yam, you will know what delicacies taste like. I want you to try this recipe. Subscribe for more and leave a like if you tried it out and you loved it. And of course, if you're an Edo girl raised in Yoruba land like myself, how do you think and what do you think of this recipe? Have you ever had it at home? Have it ever been done by your mom or anybody close to you? If it has, leave it in a